Hello, I am Kristen, and welcome to 99 days on my carnivore journey. I cannot believe it. If you've been following along, awesome. If you have not, please make sure to subscribe and hit that like button, comment, and follow along. I love to hear everybody's comments. Any questions that you have also are always welcome. So, 99 days, and it has been a roller coaster. It has still not been 100% linear. I will say that I have improved a lot in a lot of many areas, like my depression. My anxiety has gotten better, but I will not say that it's gone completely. It has not. I had a day or so the other day, I talked about it, of just all of a sudden this anxiety that just came overwhelming, and it lasted a couple hours. And I just don't know where it comes from. I don't know. I'm eating the same, I'm doing the same. So, unfortunately, with anxiety, I do think these people that say, oh, I've been on the carnivore diet for a week and I'm feeling all this energy and I have no anxiety and no this and no that. I'm going to call BS, because it takes a while for all the crap in your body, all in your system, to get out of your body. It takes time for your body to heal. And yes, you might feel a little bit more energy and a little bit of this, but to say that it's completely gone, for me, with my experience, my journey with my body, that is not the case. And so I think that it's a misconception to a lot of people who may want to start carnivore, who may want to do ketovore or even keto, or animal based, that you are not going to feel good on day one, or maybe not even on week one. I've been doing this for almost 100 days, and I feel that my body is still healing. My body is still trying to figure things out. And as much as I would love for nutrition to fix all of my things, I don't know that it will. I will say that it has helped tremendously with my depression. I definitely do not feel depressed. My anxiety, like I said, is a lot lower. I do not have it every single day like I was having it before. Um, I definitely do have more energy. There are times where I still feel a little bit tired. Today I was feeling a little tired, and I don't know if it was that I didn't drink a lot of water this morning. And so I started chugging my cup of water, and I'm starting to feel a little bit more energy. I've also been stuck inside all day, trying to get a little bit of work done. And so I think that sometimes all these different factors of what's going on with your life, and maybe you're stressed with your family or your friends or your kids, and that can also cause a little bit of anxiety. You can get fatigued from different reasons, right? So, overall, how are you sleeping? I slept actually really well last night. I think I was just so exhausted, but this morning I still woke up tired, and I just can't get out of that funk of waking up first thing in the morning very tired. Once I get my body moving, I feel a lot better. So today I'm usually really good with my workouts. And last week, with being on my period and everything, I decided to give my body a little bit of grace and a little bit of rest. And I didn't push myself to work out. So this week was a little hard. This week, we're only on Monday, but I woke up not wanting to work out. I woke up thinking, oh, do I need to do this? Like, I just don't want to. And it's not that you need to work out, but from experience of being a person who didn't really like to work out and just kind of working out here and there, to becoming a person who works out Monday through Friday at the most, I feel the difference. I know the difference that when I don't work out, I feel a certain way. The stress becomes a little bit of anxiousness. I need it. And so I gave myself grace last week, but I had to hit that play button today. And so I decided to just do something easy today, and I did a restorative yoga, which felt amazing for my body, because I do suffer from low back issues from when I was younger and different things that have happened in the past. And I feel like my hip flexors get really tight. And this yoga this morning was absolutely amazing. If you are not a yoga person, I just highly recommend that you try doing mobility work on stretching your body. And you will see the difference that it makes. I promise you, doing just a little bit every day is a huge difference. When I do not do my neck exercises, I have a bulging disc in my neck. When I don't do it, I find my neck starting to hurt and I find myself a little stiff. And when I do these exercises that I do for my neck, which takes about 5 minutes, wow, what a difference. And so that's how it is with anything. Even if you go outside and walk outside for 5 minutes, do it. Move your body, get out there, make the change, right? I think that we're so comfortable. And in today's world, I think that we are always on our phones or we're watching, binging on Netflix or on YouTube or whatever it is that we forget to get up and move. And that's not everybody, of course not. There are a lot of people who are out there trying to get healthy. A lot of people you'll find on YouTube as well with workouts and whatnot, but it can get a little bit overwhelming. And so for me, what I love is that I have my programs that I have online. I come into this room and I hit play, and it takes 30 minutes. 30 minutes and you're done. And I think that incorporating working out along with changing my diet was also very important because I wanted to keep some type of routine in my life that I was already used to. Because changing your diet to such an extreme restriction can be overwhelming. And I know that some people don't say that. They think that they tell you that it could be easy and that it's so simple. You just have to eat meat. Well, not everybody just likes to eat meat. And I know that the first week for me, just eating red meat alone was very, very difficult for me. And I was kind of getting grossed out. It just wasn't my thing. Even just the smell of the meat, I had to have my husband cook the steaks because I couldn't even smell it. It was the weirdest thing. And I decided that for me and for my journey, I was going to go ahead and incorporate other proteins. So I do chicken, I do seafood, I like to mix it up. I personally, I know that a lot of carnivores don't agree with it. And if you don't agree with it, that is fine. You do not need to eat this. But I personally like to add a little bit of charcuterie. It is a great snack for me. And I find it comforting where when I want to just stop what I'm doing and go back to the old ways, this is kind of almost like a treat for me. So you have to find what works for you, right? With any diet, you have to find what works for you because if it does not work for you and it's too stressful and you're just going into it the next day not feeling, you're like, oh, I got to eat this, you're not going to stick to it. You're not going to stick to it. I'm telling you, because I've seen it 100 times with a lot of my clients. Um, I do. I'm an accountability coach, and so I help you stay accountable doing the workouts that we do online that I have with the programs I do and the different nutrition that the programs I do offer. And I'm going to soon also be implementing my own little carnivore guide. So stay tuned for that. But you have to love what you're doing, even with your workouts. If you wake up and you do not like the workout routine that you're doing, you're not going to want to work out. It's happened to me where I tried to push myself to do a workout and I was not feeling the trainer. I was going into it every day, kind of not putting in my all. And I wasn't looking forward to waking up in the morning and working out. When I come in here to work out, this is my me time. I want to wake up wanting to work out. I don't want to make myself do something that I just really don't want to do. And also knowing that not only do I want to work out, but knowing how good I'm going to feel afterwards. And the same thing goes with this carnivore diet. For me, when I started it, I had my reasons. I've had my whys. I've talked about it before, my anxiety, my depression, my fatigue, bloatedness, right? And that's what I have to remind myself. That's what I have to say out loud. And I talk to you about it because I know that if I go back, I'm only going to go backwards. That's exactly why it's called going back. And I don't want to go backwards. I don't want to feel that anxiety that I felt a few days ago, where it was only for a few hours, but wow, was it bad? Really bad. And I don't want to feel that every single day. I don't want to go back into depression. And I really do believe that removing all of the processed sugars and all of the foods that are not good for you has helped me get to where I'm at. And you're going to find a lot of controversy online. You're going to find a lot of people super uber pro carnivore and how it can help you and how it can do this and how it can do that. And unless you try it, you're not going to know. You can look at studies. Studies are exactly what they are. They're sometimes they are not at 100%. That's why science is always changing. If you've seen at one point eggs were good for you, then they were bad for you. Now they're good for you again, right? So you could only take these studies and do what you really believe them to be, and then decide what you want to do with your nutrition. I personally have followed what doctors have told me before in the past and what I have not told me to do in the past, because they don't really tell you to change your nutrition. And I had to take matters into my own hands. And whether you believe that or not, that's on you. But I have seen the change. I have seen the change for how I was eating before, which was not that bad. Yes, I had pasta sometimes. I would try to get the best of the pastas without all of the stuff in it. I've gone gluten-free. I've gone dairy-free. I've done where it's mostly veggies. I've never gone vegan, but that's just my personal, not my thing. But I know people who have, and where it didn't work for them, and then they went carnivore and it worked for them. So you just have to see what works for you. And I will say 100 times, there is no one size fits all in nutrition. What works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. You have to see what works for you. Broccoli, for example, just does not make me feel good. I like broccoli, okay? But it makes me bloated. It makes me gassy. I feel like shit. So at the end of the day, I know that I cannot eat broccoli. So if somebody comes and tells me, but broccoli is good for you and it has this and it has that, and no, it is not bad for you, well, it may not be bad for you and you can eat it, and that's awesome because I think it tastes good, but it's bad for me. It does not do well with my body. And so all of these people out there on the internet always telling you this is good for you, this is bad for you. And it goes with both ways. It goes with the carnivore world, it goes with the vegan world, it goes with people all in between. You have to find what works for you. And I will say that again over and over in all my videos, because I truly believe that there is no one size fits all. And so I'm 99 days in. And like I said, I've had no depression. I'm no longer bloated. My fatigue is barely there unless I don't drink my water and get enough of my electrolytes in with what I'm eating. But if I do, I have all this energy that I haven't had for years. And my anxiety is barely there. Again, I will not say that it's totally 100% gone, but I think that my body is still healing. And so I am reaching day 100 tomorrow, and I will be starting to implement and reintroducing foods just to see how I feel. I want to see if avocado makes me feel bad. Then I know I can't eat it. Will an apple make me feel bad? Maybe that's something I can start implementing. Maybe I can implement papaya and watermelon and other fruits, right? And maybe I can have zucchini. Maybe I can't. I don't know. But until I try, I won't know. And so I think that doing carnivore forever at first is 100% somebody's choice. But I also believe that we should use it as an elimination diet. That's kind of how I started. So I wanted to eliminate everything but animal-based protein to see how I feel and where I can get to. And I'm here. I'm reaching day 100. And now I want to see, okay, can I have this? Can I have this? No, I can't. Yes, I can. Let's put that on a list. And that way I can enjoy the foods that I do like if they don't cause me any harm. At the end of the day, we have one life to live, and you have to enjoy your life, and you have to enjoy the things that you love. There will be people who say, well, eating shouldn't be a luxury. It shouldn't be something that you love. It's just fueling our body. I have to disagree and agree. I do think that tongue tied. I do think that food fuels your body, but I also believe that we should enjoy it. And I don't know if it comes from my heritage and being Hispanic and we love our food. I mean, I love the spices and the flavors, and I really love food and I want to enjoy it still. And surprisingly, being on this carnivore journey, I have enjoyed it very much so. But I still want to enjoy some of the other flavors and the things that I like. So eventually, I also want to implement and try to reintroduce certain spices. The only spices that I have added to my diet that I still do is garlic powder, onion powder, and sometimes very little paprika. And I have no issues with that. And yesterday, when I went to my cousin's house, we had burgers and hot dogs. I don't normally eat hot dogs, but I had one and I decided to add a little bit of mustard. So I had some mustard and I seemed to be fine. I don't think that it caused anything. It was very little. So I will definitely implement that eventually as we go. But I want to do one item at a time because if I do more than one, how am I going to know if which one was causing what, right? So I'm going to do one item at a time for like 3 days. If it doesn't cause harm, we should be good. If it does, I'm going to wait a couple days to kind of reset my body and then try again. And we shall see. Keep joining me on this journey on reintroduction and doing more of an animal based diet and see where this goes, how I feel, how I'm doing, and if my depression and anxiety and fatigue and bloatedness still stays either where it's at or will it get better? Only time will tell. So I will see you again tomorrow for day 100.